Well, you may remember they filed a lawsuit against the company that sold the ammunition to the Aurora Theater shooter, but that lawsuit was thrown out by a judge. One day after the Texas high school shooting, students from Never Again, Colorado hosted a gubernatorial debate. Gun violence was the focus on Saturday at Denver's Manual High School. The Democratic candidates who took part made it clear they support laws for stricter gun control.
We need to enforce our background checks so that people with criminal histories, people with restraining orders, people with a history of domestic violence cannot get their hands on a weapon and harm our children.
Under Governor Polis, we're not going to arm teachers. Having more guns on campus will make things worse.
The three Republican gubernatorial candidates were invited, but they all declined.
Honk for freedom. On the other side of the gun debate, people lined one street in Longmont for a rally for our rights yesterday. These Second Amendment supporters wanted their voices heard and their constitutional right to bear arms protected. Open carry is legal in Longmont as long as the firearm is in a holster or slung and secured. With school security top of everyone's mind, one local high school is working with police to make sure kids are safe later this week during a protest. Westboro Baptist Church is planning to protest at Broomfield High School. This is going to be on Tuesday. The group is known for protesting funerals and other high-profile events. The Boulder Valley School District sent a letter to parents saying they're working with police to make sure kids are safe. Parents have planned a counter-protest at the same time.
Officials continue to search for answers this morning after a plane crash in Cuba.
What investigators have found as their investigation intensifies. Plus, a man claims he was poisoned by a McDonald's soft drink. What he says was at the bottom of his cup that sent him to the hospital. Welcome back. 7:12 on a cloudy Sunday morning. It's just been kind of dreary this weekend. We're used to the sunshine in Denver, but yeah, lots of clouds out there and some much-needed moisture, that's for sure. Families are asking for answers after 110 people died in a plane crash in Cuba. The plane crashed in a field shortly after it took off Friday. 3 Cuban women survived, but all are severely injured. Officials say the survivors have brain trauma, broken bones, and severe burns. Investigators have found the black box from the flight, and it's in good condition. They're hoping that will help them figure out what happened. Dangerous conditions for people living near the volcano on Hawaii's Big Island continues into its 3rd week. Dozens of homes have been destroyed. Officials say lava flows have increased, and they're worried even more homes may burn. These images are just unbelievable. Now there's warnings that people need to listen to those evacuation warnings. Several people were trapped when lava crossed a road recently. They had to be airlifted to safety. Wow. One Florida man says he had to be treated for poisoning.
One Florida man says he had to be treated for poisoning because of what someone put in his drink at McDonald's. The Jacksonville man says he found a bleach pod in his soda. He says he was going through the drive-thru when he was given the wrong size, so he asked the worker for the correct size, but as he was driving off, he noticed something was not right.
As I'm leaving the parking lot, the Coke just starts to explode everywhere. I mean, it erupted like a darn volcano that's a science experiment that a kid would do. And I'm on the phone, didn't know what the heck happened. My initial response was, it's spewing all over my brand new truck. I don't want Coke all over myself in my truck. So I grab it and I take a couple of gulps to try to stop it from foaming. Well, my initial impression was, man, that tasted like chlorine.
So Grace claims he found this in the bottom of his cup. He believes it was a bleach pot that was used by the restaurant for cleaning. He had to go to the hospital and get an IV. The man filed a police report and police are now investigating. The worker denies putting anything in his drink. Well, it is sunny in Steamboat, so if you can, drive west if you really are looking for that sunshine. If you're around the Denver area today, we'll be under a mostly cloudy sky. This is the view right now from Civic Center Park. You can see streets closed down because of the Colfax Marathon happening right now. I'll have your extended forecast after the break.
Welcome back. 7:17, looking down 6th Avenue on this cloudy Sunday morning. It's dry, though. Streets are dry, so that's some good news after that wet Saturday. And we're hoping, expecting some better weather as we get into next week. And of course, we're in the home stretch, approaching the 40th annual Boulder. Getting closer. The race brings thousands to this race on Memorial Day, and this year is set to be one of the biggest and boldest.
Yes, it sure is. And I actually got the chance to speak to one of the American athletes who's competing in the professional race. He's been training and training and training to be one of the top finishers this year. But regardless of your running or even walking level, bottom line this year, enjoy yourself. 7:18 Ian Butler is an elite runner from Lakewood, Colorado, and a member of this year's International Pro Team Challenge.
It's an honor to be a part of the pro field this year, and I hope that it goes pretty well and everything's fun in Boulder.
He's hoping for a top 3 podium finish, and we wish him the best this year. And Ian, he's put in the miles.
Day to day, I wake up, I'll have a run or a workout, and then I'll always run twice a day.
And that's why he's a professional runner. Hard work, dedication. But hey, most of us are not. But his advice for all of us heading into race day:
listen to your body. You always have to be positive with yourself. Just, you went out and you tried it, and that's the important thing. Like, how many people were on the line and how many people didn't make it to the line. If you were one of them who made it to the line, you're already achieving something there.
He stresses, take it easy on your body, know your pace, and then just enjoy the sights and sounds of Boulder.
Just enjoy it and live in that kind of moment and that spirit that they put on here, because I think that's really what the race was created to do, just to bring people together in a pretty active community in Colorado and in the United States.
And of course, the Memorial Day tribute to all those who have served our country is a breathtaking and memorable experience that will follow this year's 40th Boulder race. And we hope you can join us next Saturday at 9. Molly Hendrickson and I will introduce you to more of the people who have made the Boulder bold over these past 40 years.
A quick reminder, if you're going to run this year, there's a new rule you need to keep in mind. Starting this year, CU's clear bag policy is going to be strictly enforced at Folsom Field. That means you can bring in one clear bag full of stuff no bigger than 12 inches by 6 inches by 12 inches, or a 1-gallon resealable clear plastic bag. These are some of the same guidelines as Mile High Stadium and other athletic venues. You can learn more about the policy and register for the race by following the links to the Boulder website at thedenverchannel.com/Boulder. And hopefully it'll be sunny. It probably will be.
We hope so. This weekend, last weekend, the weather's kind of been a bit gloomy, and we're continuing to see some cloud coverage all across the Front Range and Plains this morning. Some areas of patchy fog, light drizzle occurring up and down I-25 out west. A little bit different story where we're seeing more sunshine up into Eagle and Aspen and across northwestern Colorado. Temperatures in and around Denver right now out at DIA, we're at 41 degrees, so a nice cool start to our morning. Winds from the east sustained at 10 miles per hour. And as you can see, here's City Park. They're setting up for the Colfax Marathon finish, so a bunch of people will be out and around Denver running, and also it's pretty decent weather for it. It's not too warm, especially this morning. Loveland Ski Area, we're above the clouds here, sunny skies, but as you can see, that low level of cloud coverage across much of the valley until you get into those higher elevations. Temperatures right now into Longmont and Boulder in the low 40s, down into Castle Rock and Parker right around 40 degrees, and Elizabeth in the upper 30s. Some peaks of sunshine likely through about lunchtime. Will stay dry for the first half of the day. By 2 o'clock, 61 degrees, low to mid 60s across much of the metro for our daytime highs, but we do have the chance for seeing a few isolated late day thunderstorms. Not talking about real risk of severe weather for today, but especially as you get into the foothills where a lot of that storm activity will develop, could be seeing some of the stronger storms produce heavier rain and the potential for some small hail. Westminster expecting a high of 64, same out through Thornton and down into Centennial. In Denver, 63 degrees are expected high, similar story across the northeastern plains, and then warmer out west into Eagle and Aspen will hit the low to even mid 70s at those valley levels. Temperatures as we get throughout much of the morning will stay pretty mild in the 50s, a little more clearing as we get through midday. It'll be right around 2 o'clock into our foothills and mountains that we have this potential of picking up a few of those showers. Scattered thunderstorm activity mainly after about 6 o'clock in and around the Denver area. That will move through quickly after about sunset. Shouldn't be seeing much more, and as I mentioned, with the risk of severe weather staying low, it's because our temperatures won't be too warm for today. We'll be below our seasonal values in the 60s. By 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, a lot more sunshine. It'll be warmer as well in the 50s with our daytime highs near 75 degrees. For tonight, heading into tomorrow, not quite as cool. We'll be in the upper 40s for our overnight lows, and our daytime highs nearing 80 up into Longmont, Fort Collins, and Greeley in the upper 70s. Similar story down through Parker and Highlands Ranch nearing 78 degrees. So more sunshine, drier conditions across Denver. Again, throughout this week, we'll have the chance for seeing a few thunderstorms each afternoon because of an unsettled weather pattern that'll just continue to linger over Colorado, bringing us some warmer temperatures and the chance for late day thunderstorms come Wednesday and Thursday with overnight lows milder in the low 50s.
It'll be nice to see that sunshine again this weekend. Thanks, Katie.
Yeah.
When we start seeing warmer weather, you're likely spending more time outside. Experts say when you buy sunglasses, look at the label. Make sure the glasses block UVA and UVB light.
There are other features that can make the vision quality better, but that filter that blocks the dangerous rays is what's important for protecting your eyes. The rest is just what's your preference.
Dr. Bishop recommends if you're going to be cycling or in windy places, you should consider buying wraparound sunglasses to protect your eyes too. Well, a week-long Colorado teachers' strike is over, but now students are asking for change.
Why some are now trying to oust school board members.
Morning, welcome to Sports Extra. The struggle bus hit Colorado sports hard on Saturday, like it took down pretty much all of the sports teams. Let's start with the Rockies. Windy day in San Fran. I know this because you can see John Gray's Goldilocks just blown in the wind. First inning, Nolan Arenado rips this one to left field. Blackman scores. Rockies take the early lead. Fifth inning now, Rockies down 2 runs. Trevor Story knocks this one up the middle. Blackman goes home. Rockies within 1. But in the bottom of the 5th, Andrew McCutchen gives San Fran some insurance with a 2-run double. Giants extend their lead 7-4. Rockies lose 9-4. After the game, John Gray was upset with his outing.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It was frustrating from the get-go, really. I think sometimes I get worried about things I can't control. I'm just going to focus on what I can. Just the 60 feet in between me and the catcher. That's it. Keep my mind positive. I know things will turn around. I know I'll get better. I know I'll be better.
Denver Lacrosse and Long Island on Saturday taking on the Great Danes in the quarterfinals. Winner punches their ticket to championship weekend. First quarter, all eyes on the greatest face-off matchup of the year, Trevor Baptiste versus TD Erlin. Erlin wins his 3rd straight face-off early in the game, setting up Albany for their 3rd goal in less than a minute. The Dane train coming out fast against the Pios. Second quarter, game tied at 4-all. Colton Jackson fires a rocket into the back of the net. Pioneers get their first lead of the game. Third quarter, Pios down 3. Baptiste wins the face-off and goes full beast. He finds the twine. Pioneers only down 2 goals. Next quarter, Pioneers trailing. Colton Jackson puts this one in the back of the net to get his 4th goal of the game. Pioneers within 1, but the Pioneers just could not stop the Dane train. Albany advances to their first championship weekend in school history. Final score 15-13. That's all for Sports Extra. I hope you go out and have a great day.
Hey, our water supply in Colorado running short, population going up.
But a group is hoping to change that, or at least teach your kids how they can start the change by conserving.
Pueblo teachers have been back in class after a week-long strike, but their students are saying they should have never left. The Colfax Marathon happening right now. We take a look at when road closures for the runners should clear up today. And, of course, we'll take you live outside this morning. I think this is Broadway, looking north or south. Oh, I don't know. But it's Broadway. We know that. Cloud cover, really green out there, though, because of all this rain. So when the sun comes out, it's really going to look beautiful out there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been soggy, cool this weekend. We saw showers yesterday. Today, we've seen a little bit of drizzle, but mainly dry conditions will persist through the first half of the day. But then, again, later on this afternoon, we'll look at the chance for a few late-day thunderstorms. Temperatures outside right now in the low 40s in Denver. Here's the view of Elitch Gardens, where I stay under a mostly cloudy sky. Looking out over City Park, they're set up for Colfax Marathon ending celebrations there. Just be aware road closures around town if you're just waking up around Denver will be in place for the next little bit. Amanda Del Castillo will tell us more coming up in just a few. But looking out west near Vail, mostly sunny skies as you get into those higher elevations across northwestern Colorado as well. That's where you'll find more of the sunshine this morning. Temperatures outside in the low 40s into Boulder, Evergreen nice and cool in the upper 30s and low 30s into Conifer. So a chillier start to our morning than what we felt the past couple of days. And to Eagle and Steamboat, 36 degrees. Grand Junction already pretty mild at 54. And as we go throughout the day today, our temperatures will still be below normal, but a little bit warmer than yesterday. Low 60s into Denver. A mix of sun and clouds, and as I mentioned, a slight chance for a few late day storms. Mainly the activity will stay out west in the foothills near Boulder, a high of 60 degrees. Fort Collins will stay mainly cloudy. Out west, though, our temperatures will be warmer into Eagle, 74 degrees, upper 60s into Steamboat, and then across the plains, low to mid 60s. It's going to get a whole lot warmer, though, you guys, as we head into next week. More sunshine, drier conditions expected. Your extended forecast I'll have coming up in a bit.
All right, Katie. The Colfax Marathon is back, and it's busy. Nearly 20,000 marathoners are participating in the 13th annual Colfax Marathon right now. Denver 7's Amanda Del Castillo is live along 14th and Larimer. How's it looking out there?
You know, it's chilly for us, so if you're a spectator coming out to watch someone run, be sure to bundle up. But it's perfect weather for a lot of these runners. As Eric mentioned, about 20,000 of them are expected to participate in this year's 13th annual Colfax Marathon. But it'll take people through different routes on and off Colfax, through parks and neighborhoods, trails, and then right here through downtown Denver. It's extremely busy. Getting to 14th and Larimer was already a kind of challenge in itself. But we want to get you to a map of exactly what people can expect. Now, organizers, they plotted 5 points for the full Colfax Marathon. Besides 14th and Larimer, they say Mile High Stadium, Sloan's Lake, Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design, and Dudley and Colfax near Ronkley Music are really good spectator spots. Any roads that cross Colfax or 17th Avenue will likely be closed, so you're going to want to keep that in mind while traveling through Denver, Aurora, or Lakewood. Now, a lot of the runners have kind of thinned out through here. This is along the Platte River here at Spear and Larimer, close to 14th and Larimer, as Eric had mentioned. But you can expect all of these closures until about 1 o'clock today. But we're keeping our eye on these runners at this water station here again at Larimer and Spear. For now, I'm reporting live in downtown Denver. Amanda Del Castillo, Denver 7.
At 7:34, hundreds came out to say a final goodbye to the man who led Aurora through some of its darkest days. The funeral service for Aurora Mayor Steve Hogan was just yesterday. He was remembered for spending his life serving Colorado as a state representative, Aurora City Councilor, and mayor, of course, leading the city through the Aurora Theater shooting. The mayor died a week ago today after a battle with cancer. He was just 69 years old.
The teacher strike in Pueblo might be over, but a group of high school students say the school board never should have let it happen in the first place. So they're taking action, trying to recall 3 board members. The students have to collect 69,000 signatures to force a recall election in November.
I think they have a shot. The number of students out there that are not happy with what happened is high. I can tell you, I know that because I have a senior in East High School, and she's not happy about what happened.
The board president released a statement saying she hopes to meet with the student group and improve relationships within the district. All right, we all know I-70 going to the mountains, it can be a traffic nightmare, right? But now CDOT has a new plan to help with all the backup. They want to make a new 3-lane tunnel for traffic heading from Denver at Highway 6. Now, the problem here is the Summit Daily News reports CDOT already has a $10 billion project backlog, which means it doesn't have the $550 million for that proposed tunnel. Instead, a short-term solution would be to add an express lane, and that would cost $80 million.
The rain may have put a damper on your weekend, but there's one group who's very happy about the wet weather. Colorado firefighters. We caught up with crews training for wildfires in Genesee. They practiced creating a fire line and establishing containment on a hillside. Because of our drought conditions and dry winter, they're getting ready for a potentially awful wildfire season in the foothills.
7:36 in our Colorado. We know the demand for water is on the rise and supply, unfortunately, is short.
It's a challenge we'll pass on to our kids, but some of the next generation is already learning to navigate the problem. The Metropolitan State University of Denver Theater Department is teaching kids about water conservation while practicing their acting. For 4 years, the group has performed the original play. It has now been performed for thousands of students.
Theater for Social Change means that you have a really good story that people can think about. It's not a recipe for changing behavior, but it's a way in which to get people to think about things.
Right now, water companies are working to get funding to continue to teach through performances like this. We want to hear from you. What does your Colorado look like? You can post on the Denver Channel Facebook page, or you can email us at ourco@thedenverchannel.com. Well, you may have seen it in downtown Denver, a laundry truck for the homeless.
Well, now a second one is getting started. Denver 7's Thomas Hoppo introduces us to the man who doesn't mind doing 70 loads of laundry a day.
Hey, that's why we're here every week.
What you see is a truck.
Yeah, we're usually pretty busy with St. Bradley's.
But look closer.
So it looks like we're about halfway through.
And you'll see compassion.
What's your name real quick, boss?
The laundry truck.
It drives place to place doing laundry for
the homeless. Actually, anybody in poverty. But most of the people we serve, they're a homeless community.
Ray is the one washing clothes. Today, he washes as many loads as he can.
37, 38. It's all we can do.
With their second truck, it's going to change.
Then we can do 70 loads a day. you know, it'll be a lot better. Every day somebody walks by and says, what is this? Wow, this is a great idea.
It doesn't matter where you come from.
People need clothes. I mean, they need their laundry washed.
Or where Ray comes from.
I'm still homeless as far as I'm concerned. This is still my community.
All that matters is all this comes from the heart.
I get to help people too, and you know, that's a good thing. I get to see the people in the streets every day.
In downtown Denver, Thomas Hoppo, Denver 7.
Well, the laundry truck only operates during the weekdays.
Yep, people can sign up tomorrow at St. Francis Community Center on Curtis Street. What a great idea that is.
Yeah.
After graduation, many people work for years to pay off their student loans.
And now there's more bad news for future students. How much interest rates are expected to jump?
Uh-oh. Plus, some divorced couples are testing out a new method when it comes to their kids, the new way of parenting that keeps kids from having to shuffle back and forth between mom and dad.
Good morning and happy Sunday. Time now is 7:41. Cloudy skies across the metro area. We saw some drizzle early on. Highs today a bit milder than yesterday, still though only in the low to mid 60s. It is going to warm up, dry out all across the state. I'll have your extended forecast in less than 2 minutes.
Have you done the slingshot at Elitch Gardens?
What's the one
the
where
ball?
No, I like the one where you're the Superman one when they think.
Accelerator. Yeah. It might not be called that anymore. Anyway, now I want to go to Elitch's.
Yeah, my sister and I went on one of the rides there. She doesn't like them, but it was fun to do. All right, so touching hearts one at a time. It's the slogan of a Coloradan making a difference.
But as Mitch Jelniker found out, it may not be the kind of heart you're thinking of.
They're low to the ground, but known for their scrappiness.
Dachshunds are very energetic, they're very tenacious, they can be grumpy, so they're a little bit of a different breed.
Jamie Roberson would know. She's helped rescue dachshunds for 15 years. The last 5 years, through a nonprofit she started.
Denver Dachshunds Rescue and Transport.
The group has helped more than 2,000 dogs find forever homes, thanks to Jamie's dedication and sacrifice.
There she goes, come on. She's very inspirational. She spends her entire life right now doing it. Doggy kisses, doggy kisses.
Dogs like Oreo and Schnooky need homes.
We bring them here, get them healthy, get them any vetting they need, and match them up with good homes. What you doing?
So a walk around Denver's Wash Park doesn't hurt.
It's hard to get all the way around without people stopping wanting to pet them.
It's a lot of work, but Jamie Roberson says it's her joy and passion to help dogs.
How many people get to spend their life, you know, helping and playing with dogs all day? You know?
I don't have a dog, but I'm in the shot because I have a surprise for you.
Yes?
Yes, for all that you've done for the Dachshund Rescue. Denver 7 and American Financing are here to honor you as a 7 Everyday Hero. That's why we're here today. Congratulations.
I love it. To nominate a hero in your life, just go to thedenverchannel.com and click on our community section and then 7 Everyday Heroes. What are you laughing at?
You.
My little giggle?
Yeah. Dachshunds are so cute.
I don't know what that was either.
Great story. Thanks, Mitch.
Talk weather. It's going to be, you're still weirded out by my giggle.
Let's talk about the weather, shall we? Yes, his giggle is fine, right, guys? Today it is going to be a bit cloudier across the Denver area. Not looking at as much rain as what we felt yesterday throughout the day. We'll stay dry for the first half of much of our Sunday, but later on this afternoon we're looking at the chance for a few scattered, isolated thunderstorms. Right now, cloudy up and down I-25 and east. Out to the west, a little more sunshine. Temperature at DIA at 41 degrees. Winds relatively calm from the east at 9 miles per hour and relative humidity at 93%. So a lot of moisture in the air. You can see those low clouds over the valley there, but from Loveland ski area, sunshine and higher elevations and temperatures will be warmer out west. Right now, we're in the low 40s in Arvada, Longmont, down through Castle Rock and Parker. So definitely a cooler start to our morning than we felt the past couple of days. Definitely layer up, wear a light jacket early on. By this afternoon through lunchtime, mid-50s, a mix of sun and clouds, as I mentioned, dry. But after about 4 o'clock, that's when we'll reintroduce the chance for seeing a few late-day thunderstorms. Risk of severe weather, though, fortunately, is is low for today because our temperatures won't be too warm. By 4 o'clock, Montclair neighborhood, you're at 65 degrees, same into Inglewood and out to the DU area, Golden and Evergreen in the upper 50s to right around 60 degrees. By 3 o'clock this afternoon, Steamboat upper 60s, upper 70s across the western slope, Grand Junction at 77, and then northeastern plains mid to upper 60s. Taking you through our futurecast, we'll stay mainly cloudy up and down I-25 through the first half of our morning. A little bit of clearing by the afternoon, staying dry across much of the state through lunchtime. It'll be after about 2 o'clock into our Front Range foothills and mountains at those higher elevations where we'll see a few scattered showers, isolated storms, and then mainly into the foothills and moving across the metro after about 6 o'clock is our best chance of seeing a few of those late day storms. With these, some pockets of heavy rain with the stronger ones and even some small hail, but for our daytime highs only staying in the 60s, it's not going to produce the stronger storms that we see in severe weather season. By early tomorrow morning, a lot more sunshine across the state, dry conditions for our Monday, and our temperatures will be warmer. Overnight lows not quite as cool to start tomorrow. Boulder will be in the mid 40s, upper 40s downtown through Highlands Ranch and across the plains. For tomorrow, mid to upper 70s to even around 80 degrees. Up into Longmont, 81 expected. Denver and also Castle Rock at 75 and some 60s and low 70s into our mountain towns. Looking ahead to our 7-day forecast, by Tuesday we'll stay mostly sunny, warmer, low 80s. Again, throughout the middle and end of the week, we have the chance for seeing a few late day storms. Mainly a lot of the activity will stay into our foothills and mountains, but across the plains it'll mainly be Wednesday and Thursday where we have the best chance in around the Denver area of seeing some scattered thunderstorms. Overnight lows not quite as cool as well in the low 50s.
All right, not a bad forecast. Looking ahead. All right, Katie, thanks. 7:46, and this morning's Managing Your Money, we're talking about credit cards, specifically what you should do when you pay them off. Many people believe the best plan is to close your accounts once they're paid in full, but that's not always the case.
Actually, some of those credit lines have been in your history for quite some time and show you have a long, good history of paying your credit.
If you decide to keep your credit card open, watch out for membership fees. Many cards will charge you a fee once a year just for keeping an account open. You'll want to make sure those fees are paid on time so they don't build interest. Well, it looks like the problem with student loans is about to get worse.
Experts think that interest rates are about to go up. Last year, the interest rate on a federal student loan was 4.45%. That's expected to go up to more than 5% this summer.
If you're helping your college student by co-signing for a PLUS loan, that rate is likely going up to 7.59%. These numbers can be scary, but there are some things you can do to cut down on debt. With most loans, payments don't start until 6 months after graduation. But don't wait to make payments. The sooner you start paying, the less interest you pay.
Students can also cut down on the interest rate if they sign up for auto payments. And not many people know this, but you can take money out of your Roth IRA without penalty if it is going toward college expenses.
You'll want to make sure to check with your bank first. That way you'll avoid any interest rates or penalty fees. Well, when you hear the term nesting, you may think of a mom-to-be getting ready for a new baby, but now it's the latest trend used by divorced couples. Nesting is a parenting arrangement when, after a divorce, the kids stay in one place and the parents take turns. It's a system more parents are deciding to try. In addition to the house where the kids live, each parent has a separate home as well where they stay when it's not their day.
They appreciate, I think, the fact that, you know, their life is the same. They go off the bus in the morning, they come home from school in the same place. That, you know, their routine is really the same. It's just a matter of, oh, is mom or dad home with us tonight? Maybe it's selfish, but I feel better that their lives aren't disrupted.
But of course, there are some challenges when you're still involved on a daily basis with your ex-spouse. Money can also be a major factor into whether this arrangement works for a family. That can be costly, for sure. Well, coming up, a new book is out about mommies maybe being a little burned out. So are you a burned out mom? We'll let you know coming up. All right, moms, are you burned out? Well, there's a book out about it called Mommy Burnout. Turns out lots of moms go through this and often, and it's hard to get out of. So with me this morning, the author of the book, Dr. Cheryl Ziegler. She's here to talk about this common topic among moms. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Now, of course, you're a psychologist, a family counselor, but most importantly, you're a mother of 3. So I'm guessing that was a big part of why you wrote this book.
It is, that and my private practice. But I'd say having my second child definitely let me have an appreciation for what those moms had been talking about.
I'm sure. So there's 3 things to look out for to find out if you're a mom, if you're burned out.
Yes.
Explain those.
So the first one is physical exhaustion. You're saying things like, I'm tired all the time, no matter how much sleep I get, I'm so tired. Emotional exhaustion, just feeling defeated, deflated, just like kind of like you're over being a mom and your kids. And the third one is this reduced sense of personal accomplishment, which is just a fancy way of saying you just don't feel like you're really a great mom, like you're not that effective, you're not doing a good job.
Now talk about relationships between, if you're married, or can that be assigned to? More on that?
Yeah, so, you know, I think that when you are letting your relationships go, you're letting your marriage go, you're letting your friendships go, you're letting yourself go, your relationship with yourself, your self-care, that's also a really huge flag that you're probably over-tending to your kids and you're under-befriending your friends and ignoring yourself, which is so important.
Right, and we have that list, I think we do, of the 3 signs. There they are. So let's go through them one more time. So lack of self-care, lack of staying socially connected, and then putting relationships on the back burner. What else is in this book that might be really interesting to a mom?
Well, I think that social media is one of the things that I found through my research that was really impactful on how we feel about ourselves. Increased rates of depression and feeling worse about yourself the more social media you're exposed to.
That is great. I think a lot of people are going to be interested in buying this book. So we've got a copy right here. And of course, you can go to mommyburnout.com. It's on sale right now.
Yes, right now.
Correct. All right, perfect. Great to meet you.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for coming in.